and we are back with episode 3, and Ollie's using his artillery on absolutely nothing. I'm not sure what he's doing here. I think he's just moving up little bits of artillery. He's finally using singular guys. That's what you want to do. You want to spread out your units singular. And now his artillery has to wait for frigging forever. It's a really good day. You can see my smashed up Hellcat that I got very, very unlucky with, I'll be honest. And not sure if it's now or in a couple of minutes, but I send up a Jeep, and what it does is it's a Jeep with a machine gun on the back that really, really can't affect that Hetzer. But I send it up and flank the Hetzer, basically. And actually do a not too considerable amount of damage to a few little infantry, and then it turns into, yeah, you see the Hetzer's taken out the Willis Jeep. It's just here, it's taken out infantry near those logs to the right of where the Hetzer is, and you can see the Hetzer's turned its flank because it really wants to destroy my jumbo tank. My jumbo tank's got no crew in it because of its armour. It's so well protected, it's not broken yet. I mean, the tracks are broken, it's slightly damaged, I think the gun might be damaged as well. So it's fairly useless at the moment, but it can be repaired. You know, this tank could come back. That's one thing that can be very, very useful, although I have a bit of a habit of accidentally throwing away tanks. Recently, me and Ollie played a game, actually, and I was thrashing him, if I'm honest. At one point I had, I was playing as Britain, and he was playing as Japan, where we'd switch sides. I'd played as Japan, and he was playing as Britain. I beat him. He was really annoyed, because a lot of people get annoyed with Japan. See, he sends up anti-tank infantry here, but I, the hero, with the Greyhound, a crappy little tank that it's not even a tank, it's a little reconnaissance vehicle again, take out the Hetzer from the side. Sure, I lose it to a veteran Tiger tank, but oh well. Actually, it's not oh well. Now the enemy have veteran Tigers. Tigers are bad enough as it is. Veteran Tiger is a 7-point hero unit that are just like normal Tigers. Same armor, same everything like that. They're faster firing and more accurate though. And the short Flak 37, the short version of Flak 37, it's extremely powerful and rip through pretty much everything you have. Hell, a jumbo tank can't do much against it. However, I'm saying 2 minutes to the 76 jumbo tank. That tank has the firepower to take it out and the stand-up capability to hold against. And you can see I'm being pressured really, really harsh here. I'm actually sending up an M16, I think. I don't know if I did that earlier actually, but I lost it to a Nebelwerfer, which is a multiple rocket launcher. Really, the artillery should be being used on that, but you know, Ollie's got a lot of stuff on his plate actually. He's been fighting across 3 fronts really. Well, 2 kind of. But that's a 75 6mm M5 anti-tank gun. It's not going to be able to take out that Tiger tank from this range. That Tiger tank can't do anything to it from its range, but it doesn't matter. They have all the points still. They're the ones winning. We need to be aggressive somehow, but we can't. We lost this game when that Panzer II came out and we started fighting tit for tat, and now Tigers have come out, and we can't cope with Tigers. America finds it extremely difficult to cope with Tigers. You see actually in the top left-hand corner, coming up with their shotguns, killing some of their enemy troops. Ollie, suicidal here. There's a machine gun and 2 Tigers up the top of the road. Why are you charging in a whole infantry squad? It works surprisingly well. He actually gets a few guys in there, lowers the cap on it, but he keeps it. You know, we've achieved nothing. We've gotten to a point where, unless we do something huge, we have lost it. And there, you see, I take out a Pak 40 again, the M4A3E2 jumbo tank. But you know, a Pak 40 is nothing when there's 2 veteran Tigers on the field, which is so much more dangerous than a Pak 40. Although that one could have been lost then if Ollie had the time to think that shoot in the back of that tank. It turned around. You shouldn't do that. If you're going away from, you can see a couple of minutes almost. Just till that mass production. Mass production gives out 276 tanks, 276mm armed normal Shermans. We're waiting for that single jumbo Sherman, a huge, great big tank. It's a normal Sherman tank. As I said, America revolves around its Shermans. Normal Sherman tank with that really, really good armor from the jumbo tank makes it extremely effective. Pretty much everything. But there, you know, they've got Hummel. That's a really big artillery piece. We've got nothing. You know, it's a mobile artillery piece as well. It's an attractor. We've been reduced to nothing here. My point, I've taken the pressure off it, but I only have enough points to send units to the middle now to support. Ollie is just trying to take out sandbags with high explosive rounds now. I mean, and the guy on the left-hand side is doing very little at all, really. I don't want to call people out as bad. I just think he's got into a bit of a typical Men of War mindset sometimes, in that he just doesn't know what to do. I mean, look, he just charged. Well, actually, no, it was me. Yeah. Oh, they were conscripts, so it doesn't matter. Conscripts, totally useless. Those rangers, incredibly useful though. I was trying to sneak up rangers to. Rangers are armed. They're an elite infantry. They're 4-star. They're really, really good. Normal infantry 2-star. Elite infantry 3-star, and heavy elite infantry 4-star, and has extremely high health as well. And they also, rangers, have rocket launchers, and I was trying to sneak them up, not only so that I could try and neutralise the enemy on that point, but also so I could try and take out one of those tanks if they got a bit too close. But they're not going to. They're smart, and they're not going to get too close to my Sherman either. My Sherman, which is being battered. And here, they've backed out just out of artillery range. I think Ollie fires a couple of cursory shots anyway. Heavy artillery can take out tanks. Personally, I mean, look, it landed right next to it. It's a very heavy artillery gun. It's 155mm high explosive shell. And right behind it and did nothing. In my opinion, you want to use artillery on something that's soft but well hidden or well entrenched. Not a tank. The chances of you actually destroying it are tiny. And yeah, for some reason you can see AP miners were taken by Jawad Zeg. Why? Look at them. They're the ones entrenched. They're the ones that are forward. We're the ones that should be moving forward to try and attack them. And we've almost lost the game here, frankly. They're in, what? I can't tell if it's 86 or 96 or something around that sort of time, but we're getting thrashed. And you see, Ollie's got his 76mm jumbo. I make a really dumb mistake here. I forgot to buy my jumbo when it came up. When its time was finally released, so that was a bit foolish of me. Ollie does a little foolish thing here, leaves the AI to go and fight a tank that it can't fight at that range. It's not going to penetrate that range. I mean, look, the only thing it can do is damage its track, which he missed anyway, when he went into the direct control. He basically needs to charge. I know it's a bit crazy, but he needs to switch to APCR rounds, which are the limited amount, but very, very extra powerful, but slightly lower range anti-tank rounds, and just smash that thing. It doesn't need to be destroyed, it just needs to be decrewed, really. Decrewed, or, have its gun destroyed, its gun damaged, or its turret damaged so it can't turn it. A tank with its turret damaged is extremely hard to use, especially in direct control. It's like using a casemate style tank destroyer like the Hetzer, but even harder. The Hetzer can wiggle its gun. A tank can't do that. That's why it has a turret. The turret's broken. It can only fire in a totally straight line. And we've lost. The point of this video is not to showcase brilliant gameplay from me and Ollie. You're not going to get that. Why? I don't care enough for my units, and Ollie makes some pretty bad mistakes sometimes. We're not the best players. I'm not going to lie. We're not particularly brilliant players. I, in fact, have an exceedingly low score as far as rank, because when I first got the game, the indication of Men of War isn't very big, so there's not much. You can't really tell the difference between a ranked game and a non-ranked game. So I kept on joining ranked games, and Men of War is not an easy game to learn. It's extremely difficult to learn how to play Men of War. It's a very complicated game, as you can tell from the fact that I'm talking really, really fast to try and get everything out, and I can't. There are so many things that I've missed, that I know I've missed. I can see them. I can't talk about them. I don't have enough time. Infantry squad moving up in a big clump then. Can you imagine that artillery shell landing it? And look, finally, Ollie's moved into that position I was talking about earlier. But what's he done? He's clumped up and he's done nothing about it. Oh, and then he almost shot his own guys in the back of the head with a massive, great 76mm anti-tank shell. That would have been really dumb. Look, B Team Army wins. We've lost. We didn't push up enough. Good game. Thanks for watching.